Drivers, we have a few of them in the room. They're all about action. They're all about being the chief. They like to get things done. They are direct, they are efficient, they are no nonsense. They come to work to do one thing. What is it? Work. And they love to get things done. Drivers love to-do lists. And the only thing more beautiful than a to-do list is checking things off the to-do list. Where are my drivers? Some head nods, you love it? How many drivers rewrite their to-do list multiple times during the day so they can simply cross more things off of it? Yes. Innovators, they're all about passion. They like to be the star. They enjoy being the center of attention. They like glory. They live in the moment. They're energetic, they're enthusiastic, they're optimistic. There is no such thing as a bad day. Everything's just an opportunity couched in something else. There's always a silver lining. They walk into work and they say things like, today's going to be an awesome day, right? This is amazing. They look you in the face and they say, happy Monday. And you want to like slap them in the face. You're like, no, there's nothing happy about Monday. They're like, it's going to be a great week, people. Come on, let's have some fun. Let's grab a group lunch. They love to challenge the status quo. Who says we can't run out onto the field during the game? It's like, dude, there's security people. It's like, yeah, but I ran track in high school. I'm really fast. And they're out there like, oh, forgot about the taser gun, right? As soon as you say you can't do it or you're not supposed to do it, you know what they think? I'm going to do it and I will do it, right? That is just a challenge to them. They're resourceful and resilient. They live by the words of a famous Chumbawamba song. Everybody know Chumbawamba? Tub thumping, what's the song? I get knocked down and I get right back up again. Stabilizers. For them, it's all about people. For them, it's all about teamwork. For them, it's all about loyalty. For them, it's all about relationships. That's what they live for. They like, they trust, they empower others. It's all about the group. They will do anything not to disappoint. Right? They are people pleasers at their core. They're sensitive, but also incredibly cooperative. They make great and loyal friends. They think about teamwork. I do some executive coaching, and I was coaching a guy who had a very senior position at a company. And he worked directly for the CEO, and the CEO was a driver, all about results, had to get things done. And the stabilizer said to me, Brad, there's no such thing as success unless it's group success, right? It has to be the team. And the CEO is like, I could care less who's involved in the success. Just show me the numbers. Get me the results. I want to make sure we're successful here. Okay? Their mantra, enjoy the journey. And calculators. They are all about getting it right. They are all about figuring things. They like to be the expert, not because of any glory reasons, but they like to know how things work. They will take the time to get it right. When you hand them a 50-page analysis, you know what they do? They read it and they check it for typos and make sure that it's flawless. Every single letter, word, number must be perfect. They will hand it back to you and say, there are a lot of typos in here. You're like, but what did you think of the idea? They're like, I don't know. I just couldn't see anything but typos. It was filled with typos. Fix those typos and then I will think about an idea. They prefer the written over the spoken word. Anyone have a friend who is a calculator? You call them up on their phone. Do they ever pick up their phone? No, they never answer it. And in fact, you get a text from that right away, instantly. Hey, what's up? I saw you call. And you're like, oh, they are on their phone. They must have just been on a call. Let me call them back. So you pick up your phone up again and you call them back. They still don't answer. You're like, pick up the phone. They're like, no. You call them back. Like, come on, I want to talk about tonight. What do you want to talk about? Where we're going, who's going to be there? It's complicated. It's not complicated. Here's where we're going, who's going to be there. Stop calling me. They're very skeptical, but also thoughtful, right? Skeptical. How do they deal in traffic? Now we're going to talk about how these different groups, how you can identify them. You ever seen this scenario before? Right lane closed. And what does that mean? A long, long line of traffic stretching, miles and miles back, right? You know, there's always one dude. There's always one guy. He didn't even know that the road was changing. Hey, look at this, no one's in this lane. he's driving along. He's eating his donut, he's talking on the phone, he's drinking his coffee. I can't believe no one's in there, right? Oh, the lane ends. What was that all about? Who's that? Innovator, right? He's busy with a million other things. He's not worried about the details. He's taking advantage of it. He's like, I'm moving ahead in the traffic. Now, he's got to get in, right? He's got to get in. Someone's got to let him in. Who's not letting him in? Yeah. The driver's 1 millimeter behind the car. You know what I'm talking about, right? 1 millimeter. And literally thinking in his head, I would rather crash my car than let this individual in. And then they sway their hips out, right? Their car hips, right? They move out so that no one can jump in. And they're not necessarily giving them this signal, but since it's a PG-rated workshop, I didn't give you the actual signal that they're giving. The guy's not letting in. So then the innovator fades back a couple lanes, hopes someone lets him in, and someone's like, that's the driver. And someone's like, sure, come on in. Like, yeah, absolutely. Poor guy, probably didn't realize the lane ended. What a nice fella. Come on in. I'm going to write his license plate down and invite him to lunch. He's a great guy. Who's that? Stabilizer, right? And that's how the groups act when they're in traffic. Oh, what about the calculator? Oh, they were not in traffic. No, they mapped yeah. They mapped their route well in advance of leaving. They were not in that scenario. And remember the golden rule, do unto others as you would have done unto you? It's a great rule to live by, but maybe not the best way to work. And instead, and I didn't make this up, but I like it, do unto others as they would like to have done unto them. And ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you that is among the most difficult things to do. But I ask you to do this. Strip this phrase from your brain. Take it out of your brain. That's not how I would have handled it. Strip this from your brain. That's not how I would have wanted to be treated. Or that's not how I would have addressed the issue. Think about it from their perspective. And I can guarantee you this. If you start acting the way people want to be treated, right? If you treat them the way they want to be treated, you will become the best partner of your company, you will become the easiest person to work with, and you will see success in much of what you do.